Hey everyone, it's Monique Renewed. Welcome back to another video. So I'm going to show you how to do your own knotless box braids like these by yourself. And this is how it looks. Save you some time and some money, okay, at the salon. You can literally do these yourself. It does take practice and time, but it is achievable to do your own braided hairstyles at home and to save some money. Okay, this would have cost like $300 at the salon, and you can literally do it yourself. This is how it looks. Keep on watching the video and I will show you how to do your own knotless box braids. Okay girl, we're gonna save you some money this year at the salon, and every product that you see here that I'm using will be linked in the description box down below on my Amazon storefront. You want to start with blow dried hair. I like to use this Revlon blow dryer with the brush attachment already like all in one or embedded, because it makes it so much more easier to go through my hair, especially with natural hair. So you'll want to blow dry your hair thoroughly, just so there's no tangles and it's not snatching and snagging with the braiding hair. You're going to need a big mirror with lights preferably so you can see, and then I like to use a smaller mirror to get those details and to get zoomed in. And then I'll also be using a handheld mirror so I can see the back of my head. So I use 3 mirrors, one afar, one up close, and one for the back. And then you're going to need some hair clips, a variety of hair clips. Make sure you get multiple, a Y2 comb for detangling, and then you're going to need a rat tail comb for parting. I like this comb with the hook because it makes parting much more easier. Okay, this is beginner friendly. You're gonna need some brushes to smooth your hair, and then I also like to use a pair of scissors just in case my hair gets really tangled and I can't remove the tangle. I just snip it off rather than pulling out my hair. And then you're going to need a braiding gel. I like this one from Marae's beeswax. It's really good. It's firm. It's not like greasy and oily. I got this from Burlington, but I also have a link for it in the description box from Amazon. It's a very nice hard gel. I don't like the soft gels. Okay, and then you're going to need some hair ties to separate your hair, to keep it out your way. You're going to need a bottle of water because you might get dehydrated because we're sitting down for a long time. So prepare your day for this. And then you're going to need a source of entertainment. I'm going to use my iPad because I'm going to be watching some shows and some movies. Okay, thoroughly prepare for this. And then I like to use a comfortable chair, so I got my seating pads ready. That's in the description box too, girl. So your back and your butt won't be hurting sitting down for like 8 hours. And then I pre-parted my hair already and I put it on this rack. Okay, I like to do everything all at once to make it more efficient. So I pre-parted my hair like a couple of days before I knew I was going to braid my hair. That way I'm not stopping every 5 seconds to part the hair and to gather the hair, to separate the hair. It's already done in bulk. Okay, this is how you make the process go by fast and make it efficient as possible. So it has these hooks where you can separate all the hair. I added some red, and this is the hair that I use, Ultra Professional. It's this ombre look, and I love how this hair takes well to heat. So when I dip it in hot water and braid the ends, it looks so nice and wavy. You're gonna need to clean your mirrors, okay? The reason why your parts might be coming out crooked is because you can't see because the mirror's all gunky. Okay, let's start with the back. I'm going to show you how I part the hair first, and I'll show you how to braid. So first things first, we're going to part the back ear to ear. Okay, this is all geometry and mathematical, I swear, because your head is a certain shape. And then you're going to part it ear to ear from the center top of your head. So you're going to go around the parameter from one end to the other and part your hair from the crown. All right, and then what it's going to do, it's going to line up with the front as you start braiding. Just like that. All right. Okay, so here's the first part, ear to ear. That's going to make 2 sections from across. All right, so just watch as I part the hair. I'm going to add the gel and everything. And if the part is a little crooked, that's fine. You could fix it with the gel like I'm doing right now. The parting to me takes longer than the actual braiding portion because you're trying to make it straight, you're trying to look, and then, you know, you don't have eyes in the back of your head. So You got to do what you got to do. Okay, those are my 2 sections after I parted my hair from ear to ear at the bottom. And then you're going to do a center part. Now, I braided my braids all the way down from the center, from the top to the bottom. Some people don't like that middle part in the back. I don't really care. And it's really beginner friendly to me, rather than doing the brick method. So you're going to split that into 2. So it's going to be 4 at the first section and then 5 at the next section. You're going to grab your braiding hair, and then you're going to grab 3 pieces of your real hair. All right. You're going to take the left, put it at the bottom. Take the right, put it at the bottom. And then attach the braiding hair, 1 piece. Okay. And then you're going to swing it over to that other piece that you have on the other side, on the left side. And then you're just going to keep braiding down like that. Once you get the first like hook of that section, is just you just keep going with that same pattern. And then you just keep adding more hair to bulk it up. So I grabbed another piece of braiding hair and then I added it to my right section. And then I swung it around to the left section, and I swung around the middle section, and I kept going. Right, left, middle. And then you just keep going. If you want, you can get you a mannequin and practice on the mannequin. After a while, once you get like the first pattern and you just keep going with that, it's easy. So you just keep swinging the pieces all in the braid, okay? So now I'm showing you, I'm grabbing another piece of hair to bulking up that section. I'm sorry it's kind of dark, but I just basically added to a strand of hair and I added it to the bottom length of the braid that I already had to bulking up the section. And that's it. So you'll see they don't have the knot at the root, and you have 4 pieces at the bottom, 5 in the next section. And that's the crown part that I was talking about in the middle, from ear to ear at the top section of your hair. And then I split the front section in half. So now I'm just going to keep going on the right side and keep braiding my hair. So that's the next section, 3 braids, and the next section, another 3 braids. And then the next section will be 2 braids and then 1 braid. So then as your head gets to the top of the crown, it gets more narrow, the amount of braids reduces. So I'm just going to follow the same pattern on the other side. And that is it. The most difficult thing is parting your hair. Okay, so like I said, that's the 2 parts, and now I'm going to make the 1 part on each side. And then next, we're going to line up the front with the top ear section so that it lines up perfectly. And then we're just going to keep going with the braid. So you get the left side, you get the right side, or whichever way you'd like to go, and then you get the middle. And then you put the middle at the top. You get your strand of hair, braiding hair. You connect it with that side. Swing the middle under, and then you just keep braiding in that pattern. And then the piece that doesn't have hair, I like to add some more hair. And then of course, another section, either the left or right, would have some extra braiding hair, but that's fine. You're just gonna keep going. So then as I'm braiding the hair down, it's going to get skinnier. So you're going to have to add more hair to bulk it up. So then I just split the 3 pieces and then I add the hair to 2 sections, 2 of the pieces. I just connect it, blend it right on in, and then I continue braiding. So you don't want to make the adding hair so big because then you'll be able to detect that you added hair. It'll look really bulky. Just make it like a smaller piece and it'll blend right in. So like I'm showing you, I'm just going ahead right on with the part, and I'm matching it with the part in the back of my head so that it lines up. It doesn't perfectly line up, and that's the thing about, you know, beginner. It's not about perfection when you're starting to braid your own hair. It'll never look perfect like at a professional. You have to work your way up to that. But once you do get it to that level, it'll look really good, as if people won't believe that you did your own hair. Hey everyone, so this is the next day and how my hair looks. This is how it looks. I would say the most difficult thing is the parting. That's what takes me the longest, is to part my hair and to make sure that it's straight. But once you get it done, all that's left is the braiding part, and it's pretty easy once you get used to it. So yeah, I made them long, as you can see, and I did mix in some red, and the ends are ombre. So I did use 2 different packs of hair because I had some like leftover red. So I decided just to use that up, and I really do like the color. And I'm just so happy to get my hair a break. Compared to like regular braids, I feel like knotless, these are like much more lightweight. They don't feel heavy. They don't weigh my head down like regular braids do. So I do like the knotless. I just braided my ends and then dipped it in some hot water using a tea kettle, and they came out curly like this. And they look really good, and they're so lightweight. So I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe down below. I make faith and lifestyle videos. I'll catch you guys in the next video.